Hi everyone, my name is Chong Long. I am the leader of Group 9 and here is my group members.
Hey everyone, my name is Muhammad Salmanuddin. I'm from Group 9. This is my group leaders.
Hi guys, I'm Donald Chan. I'm group member of Group 9. This is my group member.
Hi guys, I'm Chai Ming Yuan, the last member from Group 9.
Hi everyone, my name is Chong Hui Long and I'm here to talk about the introduction of the SMU2. In this modern era, everyone should be treated nicely and fairly by the society, whether the gender, religion, races or the skin colors. Okay, let's talk about the titles. Women's rights should be valued by the society. What is women's rights? Women's rights are rights given to women in order to protect them, help them to gain respect from the men, and to give them a fair treatment. What are the examples of women's rights? There will be gender equality, political participation, sexual violence, and property rights. And how women's rights works? Women's rights help women to keep away from women discrimination and reduce justice. In this oral presentation, my group member and I will explain and talk about the example of women's rights. First and foremost, what does gender equality means? Gender equality states that women should receive a fair treatment as men do by the society in order to create a peaceful environment. Employment. Nowadays, women have been moved into the job that used to be done by men. In year 2011, the percentage of female laborers are made up more than 50% of the workforce. This is because women will feel more independent than working at home as a household because they don't really rely on their husband. However, at the top management level of an industry or government department are stubbornly men. Why this thing happen? Because there is an untrue stereotype in human minds saying that women's performance are weaker than men. According to Sheryl Sandberg, who is the Chief Operating Officer of Facebook, she has mentioned that women are not making themselves to the top of any professional in the world. Nonetheless, there are still numbers of women leaders in the world that have already contributed a lot to the human society. For example, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, she is the first female president in Liberia from year 2006 to year 2018. She was once awarded Nobel Peace Prize due to her big contribution for women's rights to help women to get full participation in peace-building work. Equal pay. Since women have made into the workforce, they should receive the same payment as men do. Unequal pay usually happens when women receive a lower pay compared to men. Based on Equal Pay Act, employers are now strictly prohibited to give a lower payment to a woman and a higher payment to men. Although unequal pay is now illegal, there is still a difference between men's pay and women's pay. Thus, gender pay gap occurs. Based on Wikipedia observation, a woman is only making $0.81 for every dollar a man makes in year 2020. There's a solution provided by Alexandra Anders. According to Alexandra, a company has the responsibility to tolerate with its employee about the issue of application to race to enclose the gender pay gaps. There's still a long way to go to achieve gender equality. Thus, society should value this issue to develop a harmonious environment.
Hey guys, my name is Muhammad Salmanuddin. I'm from Group 9 and now I'm going to talk about political participation. Can a woman participate in politics? The answer is yes. Women have the right and abilities to take part in politics. Gender does not affect the skills and performance of an outstanding leader. Talking about politics, leadership is one of the main key or main role in order to become a good leader. A woman is a born leader. Since the element of becoming outstanding leader is based on person's ability to act, gender does not play an important role for becoming each woman have their own leadership skills or styles. They can handle crisis situation very well compared to men. For me, in my opinion, many women, especially moms, are trained caretakers and they know how to deal with crisis situation. They will deal the situation with compassion and patience. These attributes become very relevant when a woman leader is dealing with crisis situation. However, based on national parliaments, the global average of women in assembly is 24.3%, and the other 75% is men. We can conclude that the number of women in the national assembly is still small. Amount does not represent the actual performance of a woman. For example, Queen Elizabeth is a smart leader, even though she is 94. Now, let's get into influences. Women are good in influencing and understanding others' emotional feelings. In politics, there are many ways to influence people, such as propaganda. What is propaganda? Propaganda is an effective communication skill that used by many politicians in order to influence others. By using this method, politicians can easily get more votes. This is because this method will make civilians to feel that the politicians are taking care of their opinions. Why I say that women are good in understanding emotion? They have high emotional intelligence. So if you ask me what does that mean, the ability to understanding or realizing others' emotions. This thing is much better in women compared to men. Lastly, women deserve to be participate in politics. We should consider them in the politic worlds.
I'm going to talk about women's sexual violence. Women's sexual violence has been serious in the past. Sexual violence can be in few ways such as rape, sexual harassment, sexual abuse, and stalking. There are 2 points. First one is fair trial. Women should receive fair trial from the court when they face sexual violence issue and does. The court cannot protect the inflictor if the courts are not providing justice after sexual violence. Fair trial does not exist. There are some of sexual abuse cases that do not receive a free trial and the inflictor are free from the law. For example, only 404 inflictors were convicted among 1,343 rape cases against 18 to 24 years old men in last 5 years. Thus, due to the loose law, women will feel helpless while facing sexual violence issues and sexual violence cases are increased. According to UN Women, various efforts are made to eliminate this problem, such as proposing and strengthening new laws on sexual abuse of women and reforming unreasonable law for women. Second is police investigation. To combat sexual violence protection, police officers are important role in the society to help those victims who suffer from sexual violence. According to WCSAP information, in the past people were indifferent to sexual violence against women. For example, police officers who receive sexual violence report must investigate the case honestly to get tangible proof. The National Criminal Investigation Service in Norway has reported in years 2015 that 40% of police investigations of rape issues are poor quality and lack of effectiveness. The credibility of police investigation decreased the case of sexual violence will increase. To protect women from sexual violence, the judge should give fair trial to sexual abuse cases and increase the quality of police investigation.
What are women's property rights? Women's property rights can be explained as inheritance rights and land and property right. Inheritance. Women have the right to inherit any heritage from their parents, husband, or children without barrier. However, in some countries like India, women have been discriminated and denied the right to inherit the ancestral property because there is no uniformity of inheritance law. Why this thing will happen in this modern era is on the data provided by ResearchGate. There are up to 76% of parents will not let their daughters to inherit their heritage just because of their traditional belief. And 74.6% of parents thinks that their daughters are not trustworthy enough to inherit their heritage. So, to deal with those ridiculous reasons, Indian government has implemented a law which calls Indian Succession Act in year 2005, and the purpose of the act is to protect women's inheritance right, and equal rights were awarded to every daughter, thus they can now inherit their parents' heritage in India. Land and property right. In many countries around the world, rural women doesn't have a right to own a property or a land, especially at agrarian countries like Aceh. Women cannot own a land because of the social norm, legislation, or custom. Since women in those countries are limited to own a land or a property, thus, those limitations is hampering their economic status and the opportunity to overcome poverty. For example, in Aceh, which is an agrarian country, most of the farmers are made up of women, and women already did 75% of the farmers' work. However, in Aceh, women cannot own a land that they depend on to raise their family. Although several appeals have been made to the local government, they were denied and rejected. Women can only rent land and property from a landlord or local government. Thus, without a security income, their family may suffer from poverty. These years, UN Women has advocated for women's land and property right to enhance women's economic security and reduce poverty in some countries. However, women's property rights are the obligation of all the parties around the world, not only UN Women. So everyone should fight for the women's property rights together.
Good day everyone, my name is Chai Ming-Yuan. I'm from Group 9 and now I'm doing a conclusion. In a nutshell, women's rights should be valued by society and they should be treated equally. Society must give opportunity to any individual woman to contribute their time and energy to the country. Never judge a person by her gender. As a famous saying, never judge a book by its cover. Gender equality is very important in order to achieve peaceful society. Therefore, sexual violence towards women should be resolved first. It is because sexual violence will affect a person's physical and mental health. Women are born to be leaders, change makers, caretakers, and peacekeepers. Thus, they deserve to be politicians. Last but not least, property rights should be emphasized by everyone, not only the UN women. One day, when women can enjoy the same privilege as men do, it means that women's rights have reached its optimum impact. Everyone has to cooperate wisely to reach the final goal: zero women discrimination. Thank you.